Resident Evil 4 is one of the most popular horror games out there, and naturally it has a big speedrunning scene. Now what you might not know is that it's got a ton of meme runs. Oh yeah, people wanted way more from this game and devised some extra categories which I want to showcase today. I shall attempt 3, one which will go horribly wrong, and they include saving a dog, going out of bounds, and making Leon eat his lunch. I told you that would be weird. Well, firstly, I am playing the Steam version, and this is a distinct thing to note because RE4 has so many variations. Like, there's actually 2 versions for PC, having its own page on speedrun.com. The runs we want are here on the PC page, and people use the Steam one since it's pretty much the exact same as the console counterpart. Also, note that the difficulty will greatly affect each run, but for now, we will start by saving a doggo, which you will need a completed save file giving you a striker shotgun at the start, and the run begins when you hit load and move Leon forward to the house, skipping cutscenes along the way. So you first shoot the guy with one shot, and as soon as possible, quick turn to the right and shoot the window before the cutscene plays. This will save time for Leon to hobble out instead of his usual glass breaking antics. Now run past these guys, and if you have a grenade, you can hold it to run faster. I didn't have one though, but continue forward past the crows, or possibly the hardest sequence input you will ever have to do. E. Yep, it's done. No wonder the world record is 30 seconds. Well, now that you have saved the goodest boy, we are going to ignore him for the next 2 runs, which will be on a clean new save file. Now, before this, you'll want to change the skip cutscene button from escape to E, because you might have noticed it's annoying with your left hand stuck on WASD, but the game doesn't really let you do that. Using this guide, you got to edit the key yourself by finding the location of your install and opening it in Notepad. Control F to find the term, and at the first point, change it, then find the next phrase a bit further down after the section with 3 hashtags and change that to E. Save the file, and now the game will let you easily skip with your left hand, not even moving an inch. So for Leon's lunch, we will start a new game, but the troubles begin when you check the leaderboards. You can see that the top runs are all on the amateur difficulty, and yet it's not here. Well, that's because they are using the Japanese PC version, which I do not have, so I had to make work with the other modes. And unfortunately, I did try on easy, but at the village skip part, I could not get it to work, which then I had to run on normal or pro, because as I said, the difficulty affects the spawns of the enemies and stuff like that. However, on the higher difficulties, it slows you down since the zombies take more bullets to kill. And then even if I did decide to go on easy mode, there's like no guides for it, because there's only 2 runs on easy, and well, one is private and the other one has the channel deleted. Keep in mind this is very niche, these types of runs, so there's no guides at all. I had to work it out from watching all the attempts to determine what I had to do for these 2 difficulties. So then I tried on professional, since the only guide I could find was on the full run of the game at this difficulty, but then it increases the health by a lot. Like on amateur, the first guy takes only 1 shot, but on pro, he needs 4. However, I did eventually work out that this guide is okay for normal difficulty with some slight tweaks, and it will save you time in the long run. Anyway, with that, we skip the cutscenes like before and enter the house. Now shoot 3 times to kill this guy, but just before he dies, get here and hit reload. This will skip that reload animation and let Leon safely run up and do his usual tricks. Then run to the crows. Now the one on the right will always drop a grenade, so grab that and equip it to run faster. By the way, pressing tab opens and closes the inventory, which is very fast when you got the muscle memory down. So run forward avoiding the traps and dodging these 2. Note that on normal you can wiggle past, but on pro he will charge towards Leon, making it so much harder to dodge. Run on through, swapping the gun back out, which you can easily do by hitting tab, double E, then tab again. Enter the gate and skip cutscenes with E, before running forward to press E to open the binoculars. This pushes Leon forward, so press escape to cancel it, which I found was easier to remove your right hand from the mouse and press it while holding forward with your left hand. Now begins the village skip, the infamous section where you need to defeat waves of enemies as quickly as possible. There were many skips over the years, but the best one so far is as follows. Move to just before the logs and shoot this guy 4 times, 7 if you're on pro. Then run through after swapping to the grenade, dodge these guys, then into the house, skip a cutscene, and then turn left and down to throw it through the window. Now this is very hard since you don't have a reticle to aim with, and you don't want to aim too far left or right or it won't kill enough, or won't even blow up the window. If done correctly, run up the stairs, skip another cutscene, and use the knife with the spacebar to grab another grenade. Then run back down and escape through that right window before running left and throwing the grenade. You want it to land about here to kill everyone in the vicinity. Now Leon has a special talent, being a god when he climbs things, as you'll move forward to climb it and get invincibility frames on the explosion, which will hopefully kill all the zombies. If you didn't throw it right, they will get back up. But if done correctly, after a few seconds the cutscene will start out, showing that you have indeed skipped the village section. So continue to the next area all the way past the farm to the boulder chase sequence, and at least for me on PC, it's mash D, and then you press AD or the 2 mouse clicks, and on the higher difficulty, the timing is way more difficult and precise. Then run through the tunnel re-equipping the gun, and move to the left hopefully fast enough to not get blown up by this guy. I mean, come on, what is this hitbox? Shoot the lock, kick the door down by mashing E, then go through and shoot the wire, then push the shelf on the left and talk to the cupboard to end chapter 1. Skipping the save option and the cutscene before the QTE, which is usually AD, then run out of the house for the next big section. Here you need 2 medallions to open the next door, and the first one is on this roof, so climb around and at this guy, bait his attack or shoot him. Then run inside the 2 doors and as quickly as possible, climb the ladder so he won't hit you. Quick turn to grab the medallion, dodging any projectiles, and jump off here. Now the funny thing is that on Pro, it's actually easier. Despite being random spawns, it's usually just one guy on the bridge, and you can dodge by moving right then left as he swings. If on normal though, more will spawn around the corner, needing you to bait the attack or shoot them. Hopefully you do it way better than I did. To then climb the right side and grabbing the second half, shooting this guy if you need to stop his attack. Then go to the door, combining the medallions, and head on through. Here you want to move forward into this building, preferably through the left door than the right, because it hopefully should make this guy do an objection pose. If not, you have to shoot to stop his attack, and mash E to climb through, dodge this guy and knife the second window, hop through and now move to this corner, carefully dodging the traps, and you want to let the bomb explode and just before climb to be invincible. You can also reload to help time this. If done right, you can enter the door and through the next room with 2 guys. First one is easy unless you see him sticking out. If so, run forward. Then this guy, which you'll always dodge to your left, run past and jump down for lunch. Yep, lunch is shooting the fish and the run ends when you eat it, which I didn't actually realize means you have to not be full health. And from the world record run, you should actually let this tripwire hit you because it'll still keep your health high enough that Leon's run animation won't change because, you know, look at him when he's all injured. So Leon is fed. And now the final run, which, didn't go according to plan. Okay, so you do everything the same as before, but when you get to the farm area, where at this tree, the aim of the run is to escape out of bounds and leaping over at this precise angle to stand over here. But no matter what I tried, the invisible barrier kept pushing me left. A reminder, this is a niche run, there's no guides. I had to infer this from all the runs, and not many runners actually talk during the speed run, so I think you have to, maybe on the last frame possible, you see the prompt. Jump over here so you can see Leon standing to the right of the tree. Now, it could be the difficulty setting, or even things like the frame rate being 30 FPS or 60, and I really did try for a while, but wasn't able to. Hence, Leon shall forever be stuck here, eating his fish and saving doggos. But I hope you still enjoyed and learned something with the Resi 4 speedruns. It's probably the hardest game I've had to do because I had to infer so many things that isn't readily available. Pretty much I watched all the runs on the leaderboards, as well as using this pro guide, because even though it covers the full game, the start section tricks are the exact same, including the village skip, so that's pretty helpful. I'll leave that down below in the description. Other than that, I think it's finally time to move on from scary games for now. Hope that was a spooky Halloween. Leave any game suggestions on the runs you think I might enjoy down below, and I shall see you on the next video.